Hello and welcome to digitalSyn Gaming. I'm Synthesis and this is episode 23 of Age of Engineering. Episode 22.5, or the previous 23, corrupted, and yeah. Right, so today we've got this little expanded setup. So we have 4 canola presses, we've got a ton of canola still. We then have fermenting barrels, we have 16 of those. I've taken away the power generation for the moment, and the system seems to be dying. It's been going a while. I've been tidying up for quite a bit, so we are losing 16 RF. That's not good. This thing is off. Okay, so these things are running. I could use the additional power from these things to... I don't know if they actually... Have they got additional power? That's one thing I didn't check. Oh, I didn't check that. Oh, it's nighttime, that's why. There's no sun. Of course it's going to be losing power. Okay, let me rephrase that. During the day, they're fine. At night, they die. Which is what I would expect. I haven't heard any lightning strikes either yet. I'm sure one day we'll get one. Right, so we have an insane amount of stuff. The quarry has been going nuts. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, look at it. Although, look at gold. We've been processing gold for a little while now, and there's no gold left. Kind of cool. I do have 21 diamond ore. Wow. I've really got to deal with the void ore miner. Because it only mines in blocks. Which is weird. Right, so... yeah, this is insane. There is so much stuff in here. I love it. Right, so what I have done is... I was going to upgrade the power. So we're going to upgrade from not regular oil, canola oil, or oil. So we're going to canola oil to oil. And then we're going from oil to something else. So it's this stuff. I'll be right back. Well, that was weird. Phone call and the washing machine is going mad. At least I'm clean. Right. This is what we want to get to. So we want to be able to drop a canola seed down. We want to be able to then kick off the atomic reconstructor and come out with a crystallized canola seed, which is then... I mean, we can empower it, but yeah, I don't really want it. Which is then dropped into oil, basically. I can't remember the exact process. There we go. So this is what we want to get to. We want to create crystallized canola, but by ourselves. I want to bugger about. I want to get the stuff done. Move on. So crystallized canola goes into oil. So the oil comes out, it gets placed, crystallized canola gets dropped in, and it makes crystallized oil, which is a lot better for power generation. Now, if that isn't enough, make an empowered canola seed, toss that into crystallized oil, and get empowered oil. Now, we could do that right now, but I don't really want to, because that's going a step too far. That would require another empowerer, because we wouldn't want to use the one that we're using for, the other stuff. Plus, power generation still is an issue. It's not a massive deal right now, but adding stuff that's going to be constantly in use, I kind of don't want to do that right now. I do want to do it, but I don't want to do it right now. So an oil generator is one of blocks that don't use RF. Blocks that generate RF. Really? Canola oil? Is that it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so the oil generator. No, it's in the book. See if we can find this outside. Generator. Coal, oil. No, I don't know. Oops. No, I don't want a button. Get rid of the button. Right, so this is generating 100 RF a tick using just oil. Okay. Now, it generates a lot more RF if we used empowered oil or crystallized oil. I don't know the figures, that's the problem, and I can't seem to find them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make it. Now, in one of my other Let's Play series, I think it's the one previous to this. What is it? This is Age of Engineering. The other one, yeah. Well, in my other one, I built a setup similar to this, which had auto droppers to actually create the crystallized canola, and then we had another auto dropper set up to make the empowered, and that worked really well. I was insanely happy with that. So what we're going to do is, right, we have our corner there. We could go down that route, or we could go around the corner in that way. Not really happy with that, so what I'll probably do is come around this side. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put a block placer here. So we need to place the block, we need to zap it, and then we need to collect it. We need a placer and a collector. And funnily enough, actually additions actually have a fluid placer and an auto placer. Now the auto placer is really cool, and I'm pretty sure it's for this exact reason. So the auto placer works where if you give it a redstone signal, it will place. Oh, actually, a redstone torch to toggle the mode. A stick. Or I could have just found a redstone torch. That might be easier. Right, so these things have got a couple of modes. The pulse, basically just yeah, it's placing. Then you've got deactivation mode and you've got redstone mode. So turning the redstone mode on means it will pulse. Should place. How's that not working? Oh dear God, do I need a laser wrench? Is it a laser wrench? Look at me, it's a laser wrench. Cool. Right. These are, there am I? So click out there, we'll click you, that, and there. Oh, right. Or one of them. Yeah. Wow, we don't have any of them? Seriously? You gold them. Ooh. I wonder if we've got some more upstairs. Probably not. No, extractor, former, there we are. Oh, we do. Ah, sweet. Cool. Thought we might. Because I remember doing it the other episode. But one of those now. There. Threw away the button, never mind. Fine. Okay, so we need a laser wrench from actually additions. Cool. Alright, now let's go play with this thing. Why are you not working? Okay. Placer. Fluid placer. Do an auto placer. Drop it. The hell does it need now? Right. Tools and crafting. Click to search. Okay, we need a placer. Oh, so there's a water breaker. There's a placer. Places blocks in front of it. Can be oriented. Torch. Acted. Pulse. Placer fluid collector. Okay, so that really. Really? Hmm. Isn't that annoying? Hmm. Should actually be running. Dropper. Yeah, that would be why. Right, okay, so I got the wrong thing. Placer is for blocks. Bit of an idiot. Never mind. I'm not going to edit it because these are confusing. So, if my fuck up helps, otherwise, oh dear. I hate when that happens. Okay, so now let's try that again. Right, so we now have 2 automatic precision droppers. Oh, killy doggly. Right, so you go that way. You could drop them from height. There we go. There you go. Okay, so as you can see, the right click to toggle. Now, if it receives a redstone pulse, it will drop some. We put these back in. There we go. Redstone pulse, it will drop them. If we go and put those back in, and then we add a redstone pulse, it will drop 1. Fine. And then obviously the other mode is literally just keep spitting them out. So that's cool because then that will go into there. Now we need an automatic. We need a bigger upper. Got a fluid collector. So we're going to need one of the fluid collectors. We're going to need an auto breaker because I'm pretty sure that that's the one that transferred into. Collector. Fluid collector. Auto placer. Precision dropper. Controller. Repair. That's cool. I do like that one. Right, collector. Collector. There we go. Oh no, it's a good one. The breaker and all that kind of stuff, but there's no collector. What the hell? Vacuum chest. I put a filter in it. Alright, cool. We'll just have to use that, I think. Right, so rather annoying, but we can get around it. Alright, so if I put that there, need some glass. Right, so we've got some glass, we've got that bit. So if I do that and that and that for the time being, the placer should place the block on there and then we snap it every now and then. Good work. If I give this guy a redstone signal, swap him. Oh, the vacuum chest. Alright, well that works. At least we know the vacuum chest works. Range 1. Need a filter. Basic filter. That thing. And we need one canola. Filter. Oh no, actually, the happy one. Right, so if we put that in there for the moment. You to be. Right, so we zapped you. Now we've got 3 crystallized canola seeds. So if we go put that in there, turn you on. Cool. Change those back to deactivated. And that's quite cool. So we don't want to use one at a time. Don't want to do that, definitely. That would suck. So we do want it to do, whereas that just spits shit out and then that. What we need is. Ooh. Okay, so that's how. So underneath, we're going to put all the cables down and under. Put that there. And we will come up, we'll go that way. I don't care how it looks right now. Okay, that would work there. And then placing the item. All right, cool. So with this one, we're going to have to go up. I'm going to put this up this way, because we actually need to drop this one from a height, and I'll show you why. Here and here. We're going to actually need to drop this from a height. And the reason is we need to place the fluid. We need to place one fluid and then cup of fluid. So we've got a precision dropper, we've got a fluid placer, we've got an auto. So we're going to place one, and then we need to collect it. Other. I don't think I've got any collected. We need a fluid collector. No, we've got no. So let's go get ourselves a fluid collector. One of those is an auto breaker. Auto breaker with 2 buckets. I knew that we'd need a couple. Get a couple. There we go. There we go. So now we've got a fluid collector. So what we're going to tell it to do is place the block and then pick up a new block. Okay. So this one here at the moment we're going to deactivate. So only work on a pulse. You are going to stay as you are, and we are going to do that so that it's in case. Okay. So over here in our vacuum, we're going to take one crystallized canola, and we're going to get ourselves another bucket. So we might need. So we've got 2 buckets. I'm going to go over here and we're going to grab one of those because that's our oil that we want to change. Now, in here, we've got the fluid placer. Okay, so that's going to come from over that side. We're going to, obviously, we'll make audio, but essentially, it's going to come from over there. Okay, I'll dig that out right now. But the fluid cable will come up underneath here from over that side. Okay, so on the other side, down and under, make it look pretty. Then we've got the auto dropper. So if we put, we're in this square here. So if we put the automatic precision dropper here, then build up the glass around it. So, and we'll build it up so it caught in the corners, because I've had that happen. I have had it happen. We're going to leave this gap so that we can still see the fluid placers, etc. And then there's the fluid dropper. So the first thing that we need to do is this one is a pick me up. We need to limit it to pick up fluid only when it is a certain type. Okay. Now the way that we do that is there's this little block from Extra Utilities called a scanner. And a scanner works where you place it down with the red dot facing towards what you want to scan. Okay. And then you right click on it, and you can set it to the current block which is in front. Now, this is the fluid that we want to activate the dropper. Okay, so what we want to happen is we essentially want the dropper to activate, send a redstone signal up to the top to drop that down. Then it will convert the stuff, and then we want to activate the redstone signal to take the fluid away. So if we go get ourselves a tank, or a couple of tanks, we might be able to see just exactly how this is going to work. Lo and behold, we don't have any bloody tanks. Nice. Right, so we need a couple of tanks just to be able to cycle this through the system. Right, so let's get 4 tanks. I know that this isn't exactly, going to work this way, but I do like when a tank gets filled up. It's kind of cool. And you can see it. Plus, it's a good indicator of whether you've got enough stuff coming through the system, which is the best bit. Right, so these things here need to be on pulse mode. Okay, this one not so much. One just needs to put the stuff down, but this one definitely needs to be on pulse. Okay, so when a redstone pulse happens, then it activates. This thing here needs to be set to this first block, so set to the current block, which is a block of oil. Okay, if that's a block of oil, it will emit a redstone signal. Yeah, so if it's a block of oil, it will emit a redstone signal. That emits a redstone signal, then what should happen is a canola should be dropped. That is exactly what we're looking for it to do. Yeah, transfer oil to canola. Perfect. Now what has to happen is, if that is crystallized canola and we run out of redstone cable, really annoying. Redstone conduit, please tell me. All right, conduit, redstone conduit there. No, we're missing it. Yeah. Silicon and redstone. No, we've got redstone. Have we got any silicon? Oh, we've got 2 pieces of silicon. Are you taking them? Yeah, I'm taking. Right, let's go upstairs and do our last bit of carbon dioxide. Have I got any in the centrifuge? No, I haven't either. Alright. So we're going to need some more silicon dioxide, which is from clay. Is it? Clay? Yeah, it's from clay. Alright. Right, so we've got some now. Then we go over to here. And we shove that in there. Should get this pretty quick. Horrible. Conduit binding. Set this up now. Return area. Take that. 2 more blocks, which, as you can see from the speed, is pretty decent with these octadicks. But they take a hell of a lot of stuff to make. Really difficult. Oh, many processes. Right, so we've got now 16. Right, that should be enough. Finish. So we've got all that there. Cool. We obviously need to tell this guy that you are a redstone, because otherwise it's always on. And then we need to set it to pulse mode. So, and then that should work. Now on this side, we are going to extract fluid. Okay, I'm going to configure this, pull fluid from there to go into the tank. Now this guy, if this guy is crystallized canola, and I'm going to leave the glass in place. Don't dig out that block because it's the liquid. Right, so that's that one. So if that is on, want this one, cycle. Want this, heat. There we go. So there you go. See? Had a redstone signal, collected up the oil. Now to test this is oil, put crystallized canola in there so we can hook up the crystallized canola. Do anything right. We'll hook that up and we'll set this guy to extract mode. So he should then dump his stuff into here. Send him to input mode. Okay. There we go. He's filling up the crystallized canola. Perfect. We might need some speed upgrades. Now, the test. This guy has got 1 millibucket of fluid in. This guy has got none. So if we fill one of them, it should go into there. It should then drop the crystallized canola. It should then activate collection and pick up oil, in theory. So let's go over here and grab 2 buckets. Like 1 bucket in here, and then we're going to watch. I'm going to stand on here and we're going to watch it. 1 bucket in here. Didn't see anything. Okay. But we do have 2 millibuckets in there. Right, so I'm going to put 1 in there and run around here. Fluid placer, canola seed, fluid collector, crystallized oil. Oh, yes. I love it when a plan comes together. Really quite quick, actually. And then we'll block that off. So it then becomes an enclosed unit and can't be interfered with by walking past it or, knocking it. Nice. Okay, so we need to hook up the oil. So really we need to go that way. We'll just go straight under. Where are we? No, we've gone too far. Let's just... There we go. Alright, so we can... In. There's our... We'll probably need more fluid up. We'll wrench that thing when we come. Okay. Stuff is over there. Cool. In here. Perfect. Alright, cool. It's a bit of an arse way of doing it, but yeah, it will work. Alright. Nope, don't need a torch. But that is perfectly fine. So this way. That way, and that will go there. Block. Cover those up. over to this guy and wrench it. Perfect. They're all set to output anyway. Nice. Oh, oh, that's just cool. You know the good thing about this? Those things in there have an internal buffer. However, it's only 1 bucket, I think. 1 or 8 buckets. This obviously has 16. But as soon as that can't go anywhere, it will tell that one to activate, and it will keep him constantly activated until he picks up fluid. But if there's nowhere to go, it stops and shuts down the entire system. See, this guy's on 16 right now. This guy has got an internal buffer, like I said. See? Now he's full. Now we can't go anywhere. But look, the dropper has stopped because the fluid is not the correct one to activate the dropper. This guy, look, see the redstone signal? Is still active. If I took a bucket out of here, he would drain. Maybe he wouldn't. Oh no, because it's a constant signal. It's not. I need a repeater down there. Well, there we go. So that's a limitation of the thing. I need a repeater, something, or a timer. Off the timer, and then it's good. All right, I will fix that. But still, it works. Come on, it works. Ooh, a redstone timer. A redstone timer with a signal activated. Flip it? Can't flip it, but it is a basic box. You could invert the signal. Yeah, we could invert the signal. Alright, anyway, I'll work that out for the next episode because this has already gone on for a while. However, saying that, once I have hooked this up to canola seeds, is very, very easy to do, and then activated it, so let's stand right there. That zaps the canola. And then this thing gets full up. Nice. And then obviously when this thing's got space, this will eventually... Oh, I'll fix it so that it works. And then obviously this thing needs to shut down. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to check to see what type of block can go there, and then we'll do that next time. However, this is the basis for the upgraded version of crystallized canola oil. How cool is that? We've got crystallized canola oil. That means that if we wanted to be stupid and clear out the oil, which you can do like that, let's get a bucket of that stuff. We already know that 100 RF a tick is that stuff. Let's go and put that in there. We've doubled our power output per generator. Now that's cool. And this stuff, the only power it uses is this, but it's little, it's minimal. The rest of this is all passive. There's no power cables there. The only power cable is going into the atomic reconstructor, but it doesn't use that much, or at least I bloody hope it doesn't. Atomic reconstructor, there we are. 2000 RF. 2000 RF to generate 1 bucket, which we can easily generate more. That generates a hell of a lot more RF than 2000, which it costs to actually make a seed. So I think it's 2. Yeah, that's really good. Actually, it generates a lot more RF. So perfect. All right, so we've got our setup. So I'm going to tidy it up. Obviously, I'll hook it up to the rest of the stuff. and I'll put it into some tanks and that kind of stuff, and we'll get some coal generators set up. Not coal generator, sorry, oil generator set up and that. So we'll get all that sort of stuff sorted. It'll make it look pretty. Yeah. It fill up. Oh, it fills up from the internal buffer. Yeah, it didn't pick up from there. All right, cool. So yeah, we're going to need a clock under there that's stopped. So inverted clock. When there's a redstone signal, it's allowed to be run. When there's not a redstone signal, it's deactivated. But that's an inverted thing. So basically, clock underneath, put a torch underneath that. You put the signal. Perfect. All right. Anyway, we'll get that sorted, and I'll show you next. There we go. So new power options. All right. If you like the video, then hit the like button. If you dislike the video, then hit the dislike button. And not every video is for you guys. Or for you guys? No, every video is for you guys. Not every video is for you. You might not like some of them, you might like others. However, please do subscribe. Really do appreciate it. And, you never know. You might like the next video. And if you did like this video, subscribe anyway. Then hit that little bell. You can get the next ones. As always, you have been awesome. I've been Syntosis. Later.